Whoa, it's dark down here.
Welcome to episode number 15.
Number 15.
Of Deep Dark Tunnel. I am here with artists Oberry and Pict0chat from Chicago. What is up? This is where you say hey.
Hello. What is up? What is actually up? It's a hard question to answer right away if you take it too seriously.
What's up is we just stole chords from Pixies.
We did steal chords from, we stole the Where Is My Mind chords.
Yeah. But also change them, don't worry.
You see now, chord is very subjective. That can mean a bunch of things. I was thinking like you stole like a physical object.
Yeah, no. We stole it from the YouTube to MP3 converter.
No.
Oh my god, I love using those things. I feel like most songs like on SoundCloud have used like YT MP3 for their samples.
Yeah.
That's what I use for my stuff.
I mean, Kenny Beats uses YouTube to MP3 converter. I watch some of his stuff.
Bonk cartoon sound effect.
Yeah, bonk. We like a lot of the cartoon sound effects, like the 21st century humor meme sound effects.
You put that in your music?
Yeah, in one that we're making right now, we put in the hay, the Lego, the Lego city. Hey!
Oh my god, that is like so good. And I feel like a lot of people, at least like very niche people from ages 12 to like 24 are gonna know what that means, but no one else because of how it was advertised.
And there was also that meme. It was a meme for a bit, so it has that audience. But I don't know if I heard the Lego city. Hey! I can't. Hey!
Do you guys listen to, do you listen to Love Lockdown by any chance?
I know who they are.
Yeah. There's like this one song they have where they sampled like Terra, the acid bath princess of the darkness, and then like kept like putting like brah 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 in it, and like it was like a 15-second long intro of like all these like samples from like internet niche stuff, and I was like, this is the most Zoomer thing.
Hi, I'm Tara, and I'm Amy, the acid bath princess of the dark.
Hey, how's it going, bros? My name's Hi, Dopa.
Yeah, Nova Gang, the Parker's old collective that he was on with Midwest and other people. I'm pretty sure Lou, you know, those people. They would use, I don't know, they have the funniest intermittent perks. My favorite one, or samples, and my favorite one is they have people just saying their names like really normally. So it'll be like, John.
Oh my god. And that's sort of like, I feel like with all of this sort of like stuff, it plays into like the theme of nostalgia within the underground, which we've sort of had a previous conversation about. What significance does nostalgia play for you guys within your music, in your art?
For me personally, like, I'm going out of my way to tap into the wistful, emo, I don't know, feels that I experience personally.
What exactly does your name mean on that subject?
So Oberry is the currency in Club Penguin. It's what the Puffles ate. I don't know if it was their general currency, but I know it was what the Puffles ate. And it was also my first nickname from a cool, someone I looked up to. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to hold on to that forever till I die. And that's what I'm doing.
And then what does Pict0chat mean, your artist name?
Pict0chat was a messaging app on the first release of the Nintendo DS where you could draw images and send them over a local network to other DSs. So that's also nostalgic for me.
What is the appeal of that nostalgia to you?
I think it's a touchstone that a lot of people our age can, they can work with it, they can remember things, and then, I'm in their heads.
Now playing How to Get Home by Moss Garden.
Right. So, like, do you think that this concept of nostalgia having it be iterated within the sound of the underground. That's catering towards a very targeted audience. So could you say that like the underground sound is leaning more towards nostalgia within like this wave of hyperpop?
That's hard to say. I want to say yes. I want to say like because new is just an amalgamation of love for old combined together. And so
New takes on old sounds.
yeah. It's like if I love these EDM chords so much, but if I put them out, I would get roasted by the homies. How do I put these EDM sounds out for the homies to still say, hey bro, that's fire? Unless you got Midwest or
Yeah. Hey man, I want to sound like I'm Nightcore, but I don't actually want to sound like an anime girl.
yeah, it's for people who want to play Nightcore on the aux and to get away with it.
So they just use hip hop beats.
Yeah.
So what exactly is Nightcore though? And then also what is hyperpop? Because we're like throwing these like terms out and like they're not defined. So how do you define hyperpop and how do you define Nightcore?
Whatever the Google definition of hyperpop is, that one. I'm fine with that one because I really don't know. I just see it as a collection of 100 gigs put out just bangers, like straight bangers that were just like, what is this? It's that collection of you can literally just release whatever as long as it releases serotonin to the listener. And that like started a huge wave. So I'd say that wave is hyperpop. That's how I see it.
I would say that hyperpop is more a collective of young people making music rather than, one type of sound. But it is definitely characterized by Nightcore, which we could get into.
Yeah.
EDM chords,
But also like
hip hop beats.
but then mix in pop tropes and like it's like taking pop tropes, pop songs, and just saying like, how can I make this as absurd as possible and still be digestible?
I love that. So something else that's like an element of hyperpop that I've noticed is it's distinguishedly loud everything. Like everything's constantly clipping. Some of the best hyperpop artists have like quality audio that's like literally you can't tell what is happening. It's so loud. So like what do you think is the appeal behind that loudness?
Clipping is very good because it adds a very nice tingliness to the high end, which is appealing and pretty, and people sometimes reverb it after. Very ethereal, but also it compresses the audio, which is good because you can have a lot of the track at the same volume, which makes it sound louder, which is always better.
Louder is always better. So it's like an expressionist thing, would you say?
Yeah, it can be. I mean, it's also a catering thing, catering to the shared music philosophy of loud as possible, louder than whatever's popular now. Like just as clean, but as slightly louder as whatever's popular now. And if it isn't clean, make sure it hits in a way that's like, oh, it's so loud that it's clipping. Oh yeah. I don't know how to say it like that, but it could be an expression thing though. Like you distort your vocals to add a sense of like impact, like Joji in attention. For that one sticks to me, like the whole thing clips halfway through the track and it's just like the same simple melody, but it's like for some reason it's hitting harder now.
Yeah.
It feels more intense.
Now playing Attention by Joji.
I'll often put a lot of my tracks through a limiter and just distort them. What that does is it makes it extremely distorted, but I can keep the volume down so it doesn't muddy the rest of the track up. So the distortion itself is definitely a stylistic thing too.
And sort of like on the topic of like this hyperpop sound, how is it influencing the underground as well as the mainstream, like stylistically?
I guess people are realizing that Spotify is like picking up a certain type of sound and pushing it heavy, and so people might start catering to that more. Like Gabby starts, like Midwest break-ins, the people, like Gabe said earlier, are, you know, the slightest bit of like, what's this, on top of really catchy pop music, hard-hitting hip-hop beats.
Yeah, I definitely think the mainstream is having an influence on the underground more than the opposite. Because you can see these artists getting picked up by labels and then basically punching out these pop rock songs with like just, you know, a little bit of hyperpop production flourishes. You know, some silly perks, some distorted auto-tune vocals,
Some twangs.
some synth arpeggios.
Yep.
I really liked how you described like hyperpop as being like from the kids who listened to EDM and then wanted to sing but like couldn't, and so they just auto-tuned it. And so like
That's pretty much where it, well, I would say that's where it's at, but you know, now you have kids like Glaive and adults like Gabby start who are really practicing singing, and they're getting good enough to be signed to major labels for absurd amounts of money. So I think like they're definitely making a name for themselves as holistic artists rather than just nightcore EDM producers, which is what a lot of them started out as. Not Glaive, but
Oh, we avoided talking about underscores.
oh my
We
God.
both love underscores.
Al playing Bozo 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 by underscores.
You're an idiot.
Let's get that out of the way, but we also we cannot listen to underscores.
I can't listen to underscores without like actually wanting to throw my phone into my pillow or something that won't break it.
Underscores just tapped into everything I could ever have possibly imagined to tap into and just did it perfectly, and it's so creative and good. It's just too good. Yeah. I can't listen to it, it's too good.
It's actually too good.
what's underscore? Is that like an artist?
Yeah.
Underscores is an artist.
Underscores is an artist.
Underscores might be the artist.
Yeah, I highly recommend you check them out if you haven't. If you, I'm jealous of some.
Everybody bump underscores.
Yeah. And then open.
Like with fishmonger?
Yeah,
Is that the underscore?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I love getting recommendations for music. That's like so nice.
Dude, what a goated recommendation. If whoever recommended me underscores for the first time, we're gonna seem so cool to you because we showed you underscores. You're gonna think back. Okay, just kidding. That's not true.
Can you recommend me something?
I don't know, go listen to Oberry Radio if you want a lot of great Russian hyperpop. There's just so much banging
Russian hyperpop.
I have a great recommendation. So, hyperpop is definitely defined by EDM producers, and one person who's just pushing EDM way out of the water and continuing to stand by their guns is Circuit Hour. Circuit Hour puts out the craziest electronic music. It's extremely good, extremely catchy electronic music, and it's extremely new. But it's not exactly hyperpop, so I think that's underrated.
Do you guys consider your music electronic?
Yeah.
Can you describe to me what kind of attributes your music has?
Ableton clip.
Able to clip that concept of clipping.
Umru 808 go Brrrrr.
Boomer snare,
Yeah.
hi-hat,
Yeah.
display. One thing I do is I put my guitar into Ableton and then I pitch it up with Ableton's transpose feature. That's very electronic sounding.
I really like your song Satellite, and you told me it has like a sort of bossa nova feel, like you're sitting in a lobby listening to like lounge music. Where does that influence take from?
Well, the funny thing is I just play, something right between bossa nova and Midwest emo music on the guitar, and then I speed it up, and that's exactly what sound you're hearing. So if it sounds like bossa nova, that's because it's bossa nova but faster.
Do you want to talk about your artistry a little bit more? Do you have anything coming out? Or any recommend me something? What's your favorite song you did?
It's not released. I can recommend songs that I'm going to release very soon. I have one track called Wolkenschneller, which means clouds but faster in German. That one's gonna be exactly what I said, which is like EDM and bossa nova and Midwest emo wrapped in one. But as far as songs that are out, I like Satellite a lot too.
Now playing Satellite by Pict0chat.
You sort of have like this like really cool aesthetic going where is that like lemon grab and like just like memes and stuff. Like it plays into that like concept of nostalgia. So how does your aesthetic support your artistry?
I think a lot of my production style is kind of like splitting up acoustic sounds into more electric ones with Ableton plugins. And what I do for my cover art is usually taking like naturalistic images and messing them up in Photoshop. So I think they have like similar, they have a similar workflow.
Yeah, I like see that a lot.
Okay, hello, I'm back, sorry.
Hey, okay, good. I was just about to ask. I wanted to get some more questions from you. You just released a song.
Yep.
Don't Fall in Line. It has sort of like this like very, it is hyperpop, but it's also just plug. I like to consider it plug. Like it has like a very chiptune-ish and distorted synth melody line.
Yeah, put a big crusher.
Yeah, just like a crazy, and then like with like trap beats. So like, what were you trying to aim for stylistically?
I don't know. I just have been. I was in a phase of experimenting, putting distorted saws, taking the low end out, and just layering it with my 808 pattern.
That's a dubstep move.
Yeah, it just makes anything sound either like sick dubstep or sick pop rock. It just becomes an amalgamation, but it's kind of, I don't know, I did that on a single I put, not a single, but a song I put out called May Comes In Like a Kitten too. Yeah, it adds like, it sounds like someone's joining in and jamming on the guitar, and I like it. It just adds more impact.
You got some emo influence on that song too, like with the guitar.
Oh yeah, definitely. The guitar is very Midwest.
You know, we're in Illinois. So.
Did you guys ever produce dubstep
No, right? I mean, I guess so.
or EDM? Like, this is EDM. Do you consider, like, your music right now EDM?
Every once in a while, I'll make some EDM songs. I'll be in an EDM phase.
I put EDM breaks in my songs a lot of the time.
But it has, like, still that component of, like, this hyperpop bucket, which I like to say where you, like, also combine, like, trap beats because it gives you, like, serotonin, like you said, which is really sick. I really like that style, which is, I'd say it's, like, a pretty new sound. Would you say?
Yeah, I mean, it's not the newest. It's like
Yeah, Machine Gun Kelly kind of moved that
Machine
up.
Gun Kelly. I'd say my shut up. Machine Gun Kelly made nothing. He's hopping on. All right. I'd say the artist that most influences me right now at this point in time to put out those types of combinations of drums and heavy distorted 808s is To The Good. If you ever heard of To The Good, he's a Russian producer, and he's really talented and slept on. And he's I don't know, he's produced for artists like Garden before.
Oh,
You know who
sick.
that is?
Yeah.
The emo Garden.
I'll definitely have to check them out. Where can we find you guys on social media?
O has 4. No, actually, I changed it recently. Just like Oberry. Yeah, it'll be underscore Oberry underscore. But it's just like up Oberry, and then the picture of me.
Mine sucks so bad. It's X underscore PICT 0 CHAT underscore X.
Nice. For sure. Well, thank you for crawling down to the tunnel with us today.
Anytime. It's cold.
It is
out
very
there.
cold. Now playing Don't Fall in Line by Oberry.
Cause I thought he said it's okay if I mess up sometimes. I thought he said you're okay, but just don't fall in line. Let them say they all would miss you. Let them say you'll feel better as you fall in the distance. Rest easy, my buddy, you know things will get more twisted. Ask me if I wanted this or tell me that I'll miss it. I don't think I love you no more. Say some, I'm bored, so bored. I don't think I did this right. I swear I thought I was alive. All it takes is some anxious thoughts to follow in and replace this one. I promise it's just a baseless fine to lie awake and to fake this rhymes. I thought he said it's okay if I mess up sometimes. I thought he said you're okay, but just don't fall in line. I don't think I love you no more. Say some, I'm bored, so bored. I don't think I did this right. I swear I thought I was alive. I don't think I love you no more. Say some, I'm bored, so bored. I don't think I did this right. I swear I thought I was alive. I don't think I love you no more. Say some, I'm bored, so bored. I don't think I did this right. I swear I thought I was alive.
And that was Don't Fall in Line by Oberry. You can listen to this song on all places where music is streamable. Thank you so much for crawling down to the tunnel with us today. My name is Molly Tramell, and I fell down a well when I was 11. Also, we have a special surprise. Next week, we're going to introduce our new co-host, our newest member of Deep Dark Tunnel. But for now, remember, sometimes the light at the end of the tunnel is actually a train. Are you an artist interested in being featured on Deep Dark Tunnel Diaries? Follow us on Instagram at Deep Dark Tunnel Radio for more information.
Below the city lies a labyrinth of ancient tunnels and mass graves.